Okay, Fambule Una Adu. This na Psycho John Barry, the man we always I can say they write the long articles and rest in case. Today we dey come continue with we normal program. We una all know say June 24th just there around the corner. Race for State House is on. Today we get one-on-one the leader, presidential candidate of the National Democratic Alliance, Mr. MC Ba. Today we dey with am at the studio here and then we dey discuss issues, national issues, issues about politics, about the economy, wetin the NDA get for Sierra Leone. But before we go deep into the issues, I want to introduce Mr. MC Bar. So Mr. MC Bar say hello to people.
Yes, Fambule una kabo una kushe.
Okay, so you go like for tell people a bit like your background, your history about yourself.
Yes, first of all, Mr. Psycho John, thank you very much for having me on this program. I feel very honored, and I also want congratulate you for this wonderful program we get always. My name na Mohammed Siba. Actually, I born na Freetown, yeah, but grew up na Kono, Sefadu. I attend EMC Boys Primary School and attend Anzaru Islamic Secondary School. I return back na Freetown. I attend do my sixth form na St. Edward Secondary School before I come na the US. I don't day na the US for over 20 years. While I've been in the US, been getting the opportunity for serve as the president of the FPU and president of the Sierra Leone Community Association. And we do a lot of work for Salom during the Ebola, send a lot of medical supplies. And even during the war, we support the amputees and war wounded. So Mina a philanthropist way, Tom politician. So back in 2009, I've been getting the honor for being invited for cancer the NDA party. That was in 2009. And in 2018, I contest as a presidential candidate. And currently, I'm the nominated presidential candidate for the NDA party.
Okay, Mr. Bar, thank you very much for that brief background about yourself. And but tell me about this NDA, the National Democratic Alliance. Tell me a bit about this
Well,
party.
well, a little history about this party. The NDA party, now one of the party them where them form out of this idea say the landscape of politics na Salom is that only people from the north go there na a party way happen for affiliate with the north, and only a particular party where they affiliate with the south, where people and come off from there belong to that party. So NDA actually come off from the Koinadugu area. People leaders they like Amadou Diallo, Sanabi Mara, Sufian Kagbo them. Then say, well, let them build a new concept where they go able to get all these other ethnic groups them, where rather go be one solo ethnic groups. So this not been the foundation of the NDA. Say, low we get a multi-ethnic political culture, at least we would think Sierra Leone. So this is how the NDA formed. And this party don't be in existence for the past 28 years. Actually, we don't win seats yet, but we don't contest every presidential parliamentary elections. And we're still strong and going because we concept and philosophy is about nation first. We say we want to put Salom first. And this is why we are still in existence.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Like you don't, even though you don't mention, say, we not ever win seat. So because I remember from the way Sierra Leone go back to democracy during Pakabine time, the NDA been there. So from that NDA, we not win seat. But waiting at the problem. Why we not
Well,
still able forget a single seat in parliament?
to be honest with you, Psycho John, because of this fatal attraction where Salon people and get with this APC, SLPP, then two party they are, they don't offer Salon nothing. Yes, they don't do here and there. But 62 years as a nation, what thing we get for sure for? Right now, as I dey talk to you, you will not even get electricity. You understand? Now because of the early charge, why been charged me power bank, I smart enough to make sure I get a power bank for store some electricity. Now they even take this interview with you. We they get on and off. Access to electricity now a big challenge. The economy today, if you change dollar now, $100 na 2,300,000, and you know how the average people and they survive.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
we dey come to that, because now I
yes, sir.
just ask you for tell we why make una no able secure a seat from them found this NDA. We no see una don't ever win even a council seat.
No, we know we potential of winning was back in 2018. A young man, we believe say we almost win, but yes, because we get a lot of challenges. Then I go acknowledge that we need for do a better job for brand the party and get a more national flavor. Make let people understand the narrative. Say not because the other two main political party them then get ethnic undertones. We need for able for appeal more. So one of the leadership them word they bring at the forefront. In fact, I go happily for tell you say we don't for the first time after a very long time we don't feel seats them. Okay, nominate people and for members of parliament in Falaba. Okay, when a your home district, Mr. Saiku John,
Mm-hmm.
Koinadugu, Cambia, Karina. Okay, strategically we don't get 60 council. In fact, we don't get 38 council members seats, and the way we don't fill in candidates them, and also for member of parliament four. Sorry, for mayor four. So I think say this time because of the proportional representation, we dey expect some net gains for secure seats in the council and also the parliament.
Okay, so okay, Mr. Ba, thank you very much. So waiting now una manifesto, una don't prepare una manifesto.
Yes, sir. We don't prepare our manifesto.
So
Correct.
what you wanna get like you be they tell me this no say well the country no easy, things are very difficult. For example, let's go to the economy. What in convince Sierra Leoneans then that the NDA is better or will be better than both APC and SAPP. What you wanna get na the bank for Sierra Leoneans.
Well, first of all, la organize how we manifesto, we format them, and what's in our plans. Number one, national cohesion. Salon too divided as a small country. We they think na Salon now as ethnic groups. We know they think as Sierra Leoneans. Then two traditional parties don't divide we. So the NDA manifesto from where ideology where is a nation first. What you want to do is we want build a national cohesion. We want center we message say una look at what you they offer una. Not to me na so picking na ya me na so na ya born. So we want build a national cohesion. After that national cohesion day, we want look at the economy. One of we pressing problem na salon na the economy. Now, how we want to do is, for example, every day the dollar they rise. What you make the dollar they rise now because we're not gonna exporting earnings that what they do. We as a country, you know, they export, we know they sell because now when you sell, now you get a lot of those dollars in the country, and you go able to use those dollars, make business people and get access. And when you get more availability of the dollars in the market, the value they drop. And not only that, other countries them if they see say when I get a high what they call balance sheet, trade balance sheet, when they get that international credit rating, well, when
Yeah,
economy the good.
Mr. Bass, sorry sir for interrupt you because at some point I get for waiting safe. Now
Sure.
a lot of politicians they don't they talk like I they talk so. But now they
Mm-hmm.
talk, bring out like solutions, saying that this be the solution to these problems, but they know they tell Sierra Leoneans how
Okay.
una go wetin una get for do, which step
Mm-hmm.
dem una get for do for achieve goals
Mm-hmm.
dem wey you dey try for outline.
Okay. So first of all, at the get an economic council where we they review the entire economy of Sierra Leone. One of the first thing we they do, since mining are one of the area where they get high revenue, I they create a moratorium first so that we were able to assess everything. That are the first step. And then secondly, review all we export partners them, the countries them where we export things them to. I give a good example like EU, where they export that slag and ash, when a residue of the rutiles, thing the way the mine now. Where 2002 have been 267 million. I they review that one day, at the increased business opportunity with the EU, okay, so that that revenue they will from 267 at least will make a projection say in 2003 at least would they begin to get close to $500 million in just that one particular mining day. Then agriculture, with a review we activities on agriculture. Not to the same pattern within the do now. When they say agriculture, they say seed, fertilizer, tractors them. No. We they give farmers them access to capital, we they loan them money so that then they go get farms. We they begin to create a hub wherein those things that within the farm would they able export them.
So
So now a system and
una go pull
processes would
that
they create.
una go pull that money for loan dem.
What's how they pull that money?
Mhm.
Like I say, in the first 1 year, with a ramp up with revenue on export earning. Okay, just like how Magafuli do na Tanzania, would they begin to increase with tax revenue, not to them petty trader or market woman them. And they talk about small businesses, corporations, okay, and them people and then a day will they get serious tax revenues. Okay,
So
so
but
with
you
that
know,
money there,
mhm.
now we're able to take for loan farmers them so that they go get a more large scale farming activities them.
Okay, but you know, fit say, let's say for example, some businesses then they if na the medium size or let's say the big corporations, una levy more tax on them. You know, fit say then they go reflect na the society as well.
No, when I say levy more, first of all, let me say for example the corporate taxes, the way corporations in the PNI too small. You know, fair. That's not revenue really when a serious revenue mobilization for a country. Rather, with the focus on petty trader, the way sometimes they don't even make past 15, $20,000 a year for in terms of revenue. So we look and structure them in a way where it will be a win-win situation where we get very serious revenues. Okay, just like how Magafuli do na Tanzania. Okay, able for lock them loopholes and they able generate their revenues and they. But always when they ask me this question, Psycho John, USA will they pull money?
Mm.
Listen, Sierra Leone, a very rich country, we rich in resources. The problem, as Salif Johnson in Liberia said, now because we they poorly manage their resources they are. I think say we get this myth here for say Salon we not get money. No, the problem na Salon is we're not able to manage with resources them effectively, wherein we they able to create the revenue for support needful projects them. That's the problem. Not all money we not get. We get money, plenty money.
Okay, thank you very much. So what I guess some I get for quote some certain things them on what USSF talk. I ask you question them on that because I've been they do research about
Okay.
you, so I get some public comment the way you be make. So I start with
Yeah.
one post where you do, I think on the 1st of February, where you say the dollar rate at the black market is that ending at 1,980,000. So now imagine you don't go over 2 million. I understand say you don't go over 2,300,000. But at that time when you make this statement, now 1,980,000, you say
Mm-hmm.
inflation at 29%, and prices
Mm-hmm.
of goods are changing by the hour. Our economy
Mm-hmm.
is not growing but shrinking from
Mm-hmm.
7.5% in 2005 to 2.9% today. Okay,
Yes.
so how the NDA, you don't see this problem. So tell
Mm-hmm.
Sierra Leoneans them how
Mm-hmm.
you will improve this for make Leons, because currently Leons more or less dead. How
Mm-hmm.
una go able revive the Leon, and how long you go take una for do that?
Within 30 to 60 days, we they able stabilize them. One way where we they able stabilize that is, number one, we get for create confidence in the market. We as a government get for infuse a lot of dollar in the market, wherein you no need for struggle for go buy dollar. Okay, they say scarcity, basic economy say scarcity creates value. Okay, so if you make it flood the market, there is enough dollar in the market. Okay, naturally the value they drop. The banking policy where this government don't do, where they create a lot of fear in the market for, say, if you go to a bank, now this amount of money you go get is a mistake. Okay, for any economy, for let you able stabilize them, you get for create confidence. Confidence is a very important component now any economic environment. So we get for create that confidence there. We get for work for reduce with debt. Okay, excuse me, I did make mention of Magafuli because he gets a history of success. For making Tanzanian economy better, what he do, he reduced the debt burden to 40%, under 50%. Okay, we debt nas alone, it is up to 90% of the GDP. Okay, so we for begin to show international creditors and investors, they say we as a sovereign nation very serious about the commitment for pay with debt them, because when we pay them with debt them down, even the interest it will come down. All right, like I say, over 300 and something $1 million no more now we pay interest no more for the debt there. So if I begin reduce and down, it go able help. But I want specifically tell you what thing we go do for bring the rate of the dollar down. Then begin to ramp up export earnings. Okay, all right. Any export commodities we'll get, now we begin increase production. Now because we not get increased production in export earning, I make we economy viable, strong, and we not get foreign reserve. That 500 million day where we get almost when a foreign reserve, it's too small. Okay, we need to get them to 1 billion, $2 billion foreign reserve. Where you get them in a day, it will help for get a stable economy, and it will cushion the dollar and make them lower. Okay, massive corruption. We get for address that problem there.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
there is too much waste.
Yeah, okay, Mr. Ba, thank you so much. But like I can always say,
Mm-hmm.
when politicians then they now opposition, they can get
Mm-hmm.
fantastic ideas, because
Mm-hmm.
all the past leaders they almost not the same way they mean they talk. But now it's not about outlining the solutions. Now, okay, now you they talk about for ramp up like foreign export for make Sierra Leone export things them. But you they find out say
Yes.
will not get almost will not they manufacture anything almost.
Yes.
So how you go able to achieve that if we get a very small or even non-existent companies the way they manufacture things them where they enable Sierra Leone for exports. What thing you get for focus on, then how you get for achieve
Okay.
that?
Okay. First, if elected, one of the image of Sierra Leone would be changed. That Sierra Leone is a destination where you come, you can do business. It's simple economic principles. Sierra Leone is a responsible country where you pay in debts there. Okay? Creating national cohesion where there's no instability in Sierra Leone. We
Yeah,
know the
yeah, but
Yeriden Bush. All
Mr.
they
Ba,
term them.
Mr. Ba, sorry, sir. I think we need to be specific here. We
Okay,
talk. I
okay,
don't ask you question about how you go
right.
able create. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? You they talk. We they talk about now. You steps the way you talk about say would it you get for adopt so that the dollar, the leons go get it go value. Okay, as
Yeah.
a leader of the a political party, one of
Mhm.
almost one of the oldest political party there after SFP, APC. Tell we how you go able get now companies them where go able for produce na Sierra Leone. How you dey go
Yeah.
about that?
Yeah. Well, that's what I they tell you. I they create a background for you.
Mm-hmm,
If we not get political stability in Sierra Leone, then
mm-hmm.
company and the way I go want for attract multinational investors, they know they come
Okay,
because there is no confidence in our economic environment. So now I make a relate to you say we therefore be a very responsible country where we believe in peace and security, wherein at least an environment is created for them company here for no say salon na a peaceful and a stable country. So that's how I can able get companies and for come. Okay. Secondly, okay, I get for create the skill workforce na salon. For let them company I know say if they can na salon, first then go able get the necessary labor force where they need, and also even the attractive salaries the way they go pay people them. Okay, so I get for build that workforce there, na Sierra Leone, for able to attract those investors them. Corruption, then got for no say we are a very, very, I use this word responsible country wherein the government have that fiscal management responsibility there. What they know say, hey, you know they can salon and you know say if you invest $300 million, you get problem with them. A well-defined judicial system too, because corporations and companies the way they come in any country, they want to make sure there is a structure for settle commercial dispute. So these are some of the things them I will begin to create for able for attract direct foreign direct investment, multinational investment in Sierra Leone. So that's why I've been to go to you for tell you say, what the hear say boss de na tombo, we hear say fed de under. It does not help any economic environment for any country. So what you need to do in relationship to the question where they ask, now for able to make sure we get a very peaceful, transparent, and democratic Sierra Leone, okay, wherein you say being a businessman, you want can na salon, a multinational company, you know, so you can't have for can make profit. That's why you go into business. So
okay,
these are some of the things I would do for
okay,
able for help create an economic environment for attract those investors. And I promise you, the dollar would begin to go down with
okay,
a
Mr. Ba.
better fiscal management system.
Mr. Ba, thank you very much. So, what are your views on the current, let's say, educational sector, like the free quality education? What in the NDA get differently from what they go on right now in Sierra Leone in terms of education?
Well, first of all, me, I want to make clear, you know, say me na a very different politician. I like for be very honest. Now, this very government don't spend 20% of GDP on education. And you know what? Now, one of the most serious commitments we don't get so far. Okay. Now, I get issue as to how that thing has been managed. I don't feel say it has been managed effectively. We will get the necessary impact. But let me answer the question. What in NDA will do different? Number one, listen, we youthful population, okay, the rate of uneducated young people is very, very high. So what you need to do is now for create a vocational and technical type of education. From the existing one we get, I make sure I expand them, provide the resources, and make later with young people them, yeah, them be electricians, carpenter, any skill base. Where maybe it take them 6 months to 8 months. We don't go
But
able get job.
but they were
Because
back,
Sierra Leoneans they hard work, you know.
yeah, they
The
were
young
back.
man they will me the see yeah.
They were back. They argue say they already get them vocational centers where people in the go train for do their stuff in there.
Nah, equipped, get the necessary resources and funding. It's just a name.
So
And
if
they talk
they
about
not even get
very
funding, who say you can get that funding there?
if they're not get I don't tell
Yeah.
you say
Mm-hmm.
me on orientation.
Mm-hmm.
I'll forget first of all, I they change that myth they say we get too much challenges na salon na ime kuno get this. That's a wrong fallacy. I they create opportunities. The opportunities what they create is number one, from starting from MSSF, and they build a trusted, transparent, and credible national leadership. That's the first thing that one day start from me first. After that one day, you understand, I begin expand them from me cabinet to me entire government. Salon no poor. Anybody tell you say salon poor, a lie by you. We get all the resources then I are. The problem is we're not able to manage with resources then. The problem is too much corruption, too much wastages. Like I've been talked the other day, what you make we need almost 34 cabinet. Magafuli got almost 15 or 17 cabinet ministry. Bloated government, where they spend so much salaries, okay? And we not get the revenues. We not create the revenues. How many they create revenues? Yet to even touch them. Tourists and tourism, okay? $2.6 billion now in Ghana. Every year they bring money in tourism, okay? Countries like Mauritius, Seychelles, in fact, now the main source of economy.
How una get what you una get now na manifesto in terms of improving tourism so that the country will benefit from am? What now una policy on tourism?
One of our policy is that we create an attractive hub wherein Sierra Leone will be a destination, historical destination, okay, especially for attract tourists from North America, okay, where in fact there is a place called South Carolina. There is a Gula and Geechee people that have an ancestral heritage to Sierra Leone. We they market them, we they attract them, then go Kanaya and come pay them dollars them and help for build the economy. We need not a tourism board now where always na bloated salaries and they pay. Almost, you know how much we tourism ministries in the Guinea, you know, even reach $1 million, $700,000. Are they double that budget today? Are they invest? Not a conference are they go create for say would they do? What about with historic sites them? First of all, before you they attract tourists them for letting Kanaya, where are they going? You get for all those historic sites them are they make sure them become a tourist attraction, okay? So it's about creating the infrastructure. It's about making sure the attraction is there for the tourists them for come enjoy the experience and spend the money.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Ba. So still I dey go to waiting I get from from you during my research.
Okay.
I get one I dey extract something where you say we have to detribalize our politics and focus on strategically solving our social service problems. We know the problems and even the solution platforms. We just need the leadership that will implement and deliver. Leadership comes with trust and integrity. So this Mr. Bawa they talk to, he get that trust, that integrity there, where
Yes,
other
sir.
leaders them not get.
Yes. Then they
Oh,
I will categorically tell you say yes.
okay, thank you very much. So how you will get for detribalize the politics when, for example, you young political party, people and they say some man they say well na full man party, and if you check the executive of your party, almost una dey I know say the vice president to, but like you guys are in majority. So how who say you get you do you think you have the moral standing for talk about saying you want for detribalize the politics in Sierra Leone?
Yes, yes, that is correct. And point of correction,
Okay.
the ethnic group where they mentioned so it's not a
Mm.
majority within the NDA. I
Okay.
disagree with you and I can prove unto you. This ethnic group where they talk about so, because me, I not like for call the name of the ethnic group or that group or that because I not believe in tribalism.
Mhm.
It's a minority. That's one. And secondly, the executive now the national television here, I don't challenge the two main party there. If we talk about tribal, let we all bring with Lisba. Eh? Okay? Not the one way we go see Kamara Kona or the other way go see Abdullah Sharif or whatever. We are they tell you for free. Eh? we get a multi-ethnic executive. Like I say, now the perception say politics na salon, one tribe now you get this party, the other tribe. Now that kind of perception we get. But I they tell you for free, Psycho John, okay, that me na one person we believe say we biggest problem. In fact, I just put a post in yesterday, okay, about this tribal thing, okay. Now one of we biggest problem. And you know why me believe say I go detribalize? Because me na Konoma, I grew up na Koidu town. Now the most multi-ethnic based district na Salon. Okay? Like I say, me na politics make I even know me tribal. I no be ever know me tribe. Me na Salon man force. Always.
Okay, thank you very much for that answer there, because like we will dey na them public forums them. Of course, we all don't in a salon, so we dey put to una questions them. What would the yeri people in the talk na corner, so we dey put and straight to una, so that una get the opportunity for clarify certain issues. Okay,
Correct.
so let me just come to again. Recently, where the day where they nominate you, where you complete your nomination na NEC or ECSL, and you speech. Now from there, I can quote you back. You say you were impressed the ECSL like about the process, the transparency and accountability, and then show some integrity. And then you praise them. You say and they help for promote democracy. So you really trust the ECSL?
Now, first of all, I've been to describe the process what I go through.
Okay.
I mean, they give Sierra Leoneans the live experience about what I go through.
Mhm.
Why was I impressed? Number one, everything that we do on the nomination process was done electronically. Me na
Okay.
one person way one get a digitalized government system. So I experienced that process there. The only time now when I can assign, okay, the paperwork. So I
Mhm.
was impressed for see that because I contested in 2018. In 2018, I've been a lot of paperwork. In this time, it was done electronically. So I was impressed with that process. And and you know, Psycho John, there is something at Sierra Leone wherein if I'm not part of that institution or I'm not part of that party, we have to criticize. So my commendation was based on the process that I went through and the experience that I have. And as a Sierra Leonean with credibility, I was impressed with the process.
Okay. So do you trust the leadership of ECSL?
Um, Based on what thing I don't see so far, I would say yes. I don't
Okay.
get any reason
Okay.
personally,
So
and
what's
as a
not the
party for
NDA?
saying no.
What's not the NDA then position on the current ID cards them we then just print, because we dey see other political party then they say well they have to change those stuff or they then don't raise issues. So what's in our position on that? Are
Well,
you
first of all, when the ID card them in come, all political parties them in get representation for review and look at all the security features, then provide all of with the opportunity, and also ask for any objection. Anybody submit their objection. As far as we concerned, relatively we see because they acknowledge the mistakes them, some of those faceless thing them where they know where they misget some names them and then promise we say them go rectify them. You understand? So we take them for their words. And we as a party we dey look forward to what in have been tell we say they do as far as making the corrections and necessary for prepare we for the June 24 election.
so una don't do follow up for know whether waiting them promise una then don't do them or how far then they for do them?
Well, then still a work on them. Then tell we say then still a work on them and then promise we say before the elections, then we'll get things done. In fact, then even assure we say if you get a ID card where you face no day or you name no day, you understand? You happen forget you sleep, you understand? Then we'll give you opportunity for come vote. You understand?
So,
Then assure
mhm.
we that, and we take that as a commitment. Say then go follow any electoral process we then set forth for do.
So you know if you say that na recipe for make underhand gameplay, because
And well,
if
there is a
somebody
potential.
yeah,
There
so
is
but voting as a responsible political party, if una don't foresee say there is a potential for either vote people and for engage in malpractice, voting on a responsibility as a political party.
well, what in our responsibility as a political party is that we they continue to hold ECSL to them feet, say the commitment we then give we say them will hold a very credible, transparent, free and fair. We hold them to that. The commitment where they say them will make sure any citizens in right to vote and protect them. That when you vote, your vote is secure and protected. So we continue to hold them. And as a citizen, as a nominated presidential candidate, I they look forward for see that them honor all them commitment they are with the non-promise we as a party and as a
Okay.
country.
Okay, thank you very much. Fambulem, una way they watch then and now. This na the usual program, the race to state house. I deal with one of the candidates, presidential candidates for the Sierra Leone, where they contest in June. In na the leader and na the presidential candidate for the National Democratic Alliance. This in name Mr. MC Bar. So again, when you been to make your statement na neck, you say una na a political party will not believe in violence and una believe in peace. So what you una don whose role una don play, because we don't see a lot of violence in the past, we dey see tension. Wetin una don do for promote peace and tranquility in Sierra Leone?
First of all, the NDA na in the head all political party youth association. And as a political party, we don't lead that effort there by reaching out to other political parties, them sound them to then say peace now the only way forward. As a matter of fact, next week I get an invitation by the Commonwealth for go make a peace declaration at Bintu Mani Hotel for sure say as a candidate and as a political party we are committed to a 2023 peaceful election. Um, the best way where you go demonstrate say peace, you stand for peace, is for involving any act of violence. And so we as a political party NDA, and obviously don't ever hear this say NDA depend this violence or NDA there. So leading by example, I go say that the simplest way I go able to explain to you say we the champion, not only champion, we the lead peace in Sierra Leone. And I want to promise you, say as a candidate, one of me benchmark here is I will continue to lead that effort. I will continue to speak to Sierra Leoneans from all political parties, from all social status in this country, for say, forget a very peaceful election, forget a very peaceful Sierra Leone, now in the interest of all of us. That one day now 100% commitment to I go make every day.
Okay, thank you very much. I want for quote again for you. You've been say one thing, we sit in the corridors of government to look for donor money and disburse them into our individual pockets rather than invest them into needful projects. So the NDA una not get for depend on donor money, or not to which extent una get for depend on donor money.
Yeah, well, it sounds like say Mr. Psycho John, you follow me posting them, and thank you very much. Absolutely.
No,
Listen,
well,
in
I
fact,
research anybody where they can interview now at the research bottom at the
okay,
track you.
thank you. Okay, thank you for that research. Now, one of the challenges them what we they say we face that salon, we say money no day. Now because of we get a very poor mindset, government after government. Now this donor dependency, donor. Eh? Me, like I say, I want change that one day. We donor partners, they don't do a very good job, they not help we. But no, you cannot be dependent. That's not an abuse. So if you begin to rebuild the economy, you begin to export, okay, you begin to really get economic activities, I think say your reliance go reduce. So So we as NDA, what thing we believe say, if we invest in agriculture, we begin invest in fisheries, in the tourist sector, we increase with GDP. With reliance go be reduced. So now that style day. And not to, and when I say this again, it look like saying that this you program at the coach Magafuli. It
Mhm.
reduced reliance. You know what you do for us? International travel for a ban and force for 1 year. You know how much you save? Where Magafuli ban international traveling na Tanzania, he saved $300 million in 1 year. He take that money there, he invest in education and invest them in the healthcare sector. So all we get for do, like I say, you no need for invent nothing. Solutions are there. All it take, like that very last post there where you make reference to, if you look at the last paragraph, I say it's a question of quality national leadership. Now, you know, Salon need Salon needs some serious national leadership. When I say serious national leadership, not to one person, even though one person now in the define the future of the country, but I they talk about national leadership. Now we lack not
Okay,
only
okay.
Sierra Leone,
I need for
Africa.
I need for take you back because now you dey talk about national. You don't emphasize a lot, and then during me findings about you a bit for this interview, I don't see a
Yes,
lot of places where you dey emphasize on leadership. So we need
yes.
strong leadership. So I dey
Mhm.
take you back to different issues, but way related to do with NDA.
Okay.
At one point where they make you as a flag bearer, then what in are the relationship first between you and the founder of or the founder where they alive when Alaji Amadu Jallo, what in our relationship?
Listen, I will tell you, say our relationship is cordial and good. In
Okay.
fact, I will tell you, say, in one of the people that would invite me for can join the NDA.
Okay, thank you very much. So recently we see some half chamot where he
Mm-hmm.
question the process will
Right.
lead for make you be a flag bearer. He say
Yes.
something like even the question saying like una no hold a convention. So but
Mm-hmm.
some misunderstanding been come between the Secretary General and others within
Mm-hmm.
where some people not been feel happy about it. But we
Mm-hmm.
not see any comment from you as a leader and somebody where they provide a quality, the type of leadership where you they talk about.
Mm-hmm.
People for expect you for intervene or did you intervene?
Of course, let me tell you, Psycho John.
Mm.
First of all, there are some things you say in public, and there are some things you don't say in public. Okay,
Okay.
and they
Mhm.
work very hard behind the scene, and I will tell you, say, we we are sitting down, we are talking. I'm the pragmatic leader, and they said, revolution. Let's work it out. I want and politics is not an easy game, especially in Sierra Leone. There is no
Mhm.
political party we not in charge. No, there's nobody know they run for president as we know the high court. Now the road down there, I see short for waka from high court for go state house. You dey go there. Anybody,
Okay,
if
okay,
you not
sir.
go there, that means you're
I
not
get
even
for
doing
really
anything.
ask you again regarding
Sure.
whether the court issues or something. But I want to address first this issue.
Uh-huh.
Some people were a bit disappointed because you did not come out and make
Mm-hmm.
statement like, did you condemn those who disrespected the old man?
What you mean? Condemn the
Like
first of
the act.
all,
Mhm.
first of all, I'm not being aware of anything
Okay,
until when I come to Freetown, they are aware of that. And
okay,
all the people them way them send those things, I call them personally and tell them say you for discontinue that. We get
okay,
differences, and I think say we need for settle with differences in house. So, but
okay,
listen, if you want to be a good leader, not to social media, any leader where they go on social media, any second you talk, you're not a leader because you get so many fires for put out. But what I can tell you is me na a very accommodating person, a very open-minded person. I respect and value every voice, every citizen, every Sierra Leonean. Okay? In
yeah, because
fact,
we
that's the
expect.
hallmark of any leadership.
una motto na respect for all, right?
Correct, correct.
Okay,
That is
good.
correct.
Okay, so I they take you still back, but not on that aspect day again with the founder. We they
Uh-huh.
see we been they see some chamot like una be I see something like a injunction. So but anyway, then don't give you a provisional because na provisional. I don't know the time no
Reverse.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. So una don't settle una differences.
Of course, we don't settle the differences. We work together as a party, and we're making progress.
Okay,
No, we not get any injunction that has been cleared.
okay.
We did discuss together as a party. We work together. We're finding solution, and we're preparing for the June 23, 24th election.
Okay. Thank you very much. Fambul them wo they watch. So this na then and now, and then this now na usual programs where we dey cow with leaders them we get for do with politics na Sierra Leone leaders them we want for run with country, uh, especially where they vie for for become president na Sierra Leone this June 24th, 2023. We deal with Mr. MC Ba, the presidential candidate for the National Democratic Alliance. Mr. Ba, that who side now na stronghold?
Man, I always I get that question.
Mm-hmm.
We struggle now all across Sierra Leone.
Okay,
We stronghold in the north because this is what in they create this ethnic politics will get naya. This one day north, this one day south. The narrative what we want change in this country is every stronghold belong to any political party. I understand the dynamics, but we as leaders then get for create a future for Sierra Leone where vote for me not to because I come on at this district, vote for me not to because I come on from this tribe. This nine I can tell you say we want detribalize the political system. Is it easy? No, but as leaders we get for charter the way forward now by we action. So your answer to answer you is we stronghold is across Sierra Leone.
okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Ba, for really these brilliant contributions. At least you don't explain so many stuff for Sierra Leoneans. Them some people will not be know about the NDA. I believe say they don't get an insight of the NDA. So una don't feel candidates like for right across the country, or una get certain side who una not feel candidate at all.
Well, no, not right across the country because this might be one of the contention I've been take up with the ECSL.
Mm-hmm,
What thing happen under this proportional representation, Psycho
mm-hmm,
John?
mm-hmm,
I give you a good example. Like Freetown will get 16 constituencies. If you fill 16, you get forget substitute of 16.
mm-hmm,
So how much that they be? 32. 32 times 3,600,000. So you talk about 115 million leones,
mm-hmm,
over $5,000
mm-hmm,
for put them in dollar figures.
mm-hmm,
So as a party, what do? We look at viable areas.
mm-hmm.
We look at areas there where we feel say we'll go able. We look at Koinadugu, we look at Falaba, we look at Karina, okay, we look at Cambia, okay, we look at Kono, and then we feel there. We look
So
at like council. We try for do on each one of the region. Them we fill 38 candidates, and I want to say this is now a very big step for we as a political party for able for filling candidates. Them we do more than the 13 nominated candidates. Them I mean political parties. Them so at
okay.
least with what
So
you we get, we able for do that.
yeah, so what make una no able feel all? Is it financial constraint or what?
Some constraints as salon then as they can say na salon challenges.
Okay, okay, no problem. Let's substitute constraint with challenges. So is it financial challenges?
Well, I would say logistical challenges.
You don't change them. Okay, well, no, but so now if critics then go say now if una as a political party una not even capable for fill in like candidates right across the country, how now they expect for win for become president?
Well, Because when campaign starts May the 24th, we dey do a door-to-door campaign. We will talk to the people of this country, tell them we great ideas them, tell them what we go do different, ask them if they condition them better than 5 years ago or more. Okay, tell them the direction we want to take this country, able for get uninterrupted electricity, able for give them access to quality and good drinking water, able to get better schools for them, good hospitals, all right, and build the economy wherein we young people and they get jobs.
Yeah, but
Okay.
Mr. Ba, if una not able now for fill in, so which means it's like, will it be safe if I assume that una financially challenge or logistically that money involved now make una
Mhm.
not able fill in? So if una not able for like fill in candidate then, how una expect for win the presidency? Now that's what they try for say. Because
No, no. I
you
think
know
I
go
think
into elections.
your assumption
Mhm.
your assumption is vague
Okay.
because because as a political party, we get a lot of challenges and wherein we they see how they distribute the resources then. It is
Okay.
not a question of saying we're not financially strong.
Mhm.
It's a question for run a political party, plenty work. Okay. That's why I disagree with people who they say small political party. There's no
Mhm.
small political party in Sierra Leone.
Mhm.
Okay. We they try for shape the will of 8 million people, not a small political party. So what me go tell you with the brilliant ideas the way we get, with the programs the way we get, okay, and with door-to-door campaign, we know say by the grace of God, we will win state house, we go pick up seats them in parliament, we go pick up seats in council.
Okay, so still I want probe into una financial status. So how una they get funding as a political party?
We dey get funding through donors them, high net donors them, where they support we dey get funding through membership, supporters and well wishers them.
Okay, thank you very much. Fambul the Muna we dey watch this na then and now. The usual program we can bring to una the race to state house. And with me, I get Mr. MC Ba, the presidential candidate for the National Democratic Alliance. Mr. Ba, what are your views like to politician there? We dey see recently politician in the jump from one political party to the other, like in
Mhm.
the cross carpet. And then we don't see some alliance like where the NDC they form an alliance with the SLPP. So what are your views as a political leader? What are your
Well,
views of that alliance?
well, I
Uh,
tell you what.
and then cross
In
cap.
politics,
Hmm.
in politics, we get what you call free will and personal choices.
Hmm.
You got with constitution enshrined, you got a freedom to associate, you got a freedom for belong. So these now people's choices. These now people their own desires. So I don't get anything for say. If somebody cross carpet, you go to this party, that's not their choice. Okay. Um, what you making tell you is we as an NDA party, we are viable. We as a political party get a wonderful manifesto for the people of this country. We ideology of a nation force where is centered saying that people who need for focus on in the people of this country. We as a political party want to address this issue of massive corruption in this country. We politicians need for no say when we get there is to serve the people, not for serve ourselves. The economy, they bleed. You understand? The people of this country no go enjoy the wealth and resources of this country if we not become fiscally responsible. If we feel say the money of this country in a piggy bank, you understand? You use them how you want use them. You know, go help build this country.
Okay,
So
Mr. Ba, thank you so much. We will not get Boku time again left, but I get few questions for you. Uh,
okay.
we don't talk about this electricity. What in are the plan them una get specifically or improve electricity in Sierra Leone? What in una manifesto say?
Yeah, before I share with you and your listener with manifesto, I want kind of give a little background here. Follow we understand the condition of the electricity usage in this country. Sierra Leone na 100 megawatts so far with the use generally for electricity. But what I want to do, I want branch now we sub region where now West Africa now, yeah, see other countries them, see the usage, okay, the megawatt. Let you see the problem where we confront, okay. Guinea, now yeah, they get 465 megawatts. Guinea, you understand? Ghana, we on closest people, over 5,000 and something megawatts, okay. Ivory Coast, 2,130 megawatts. Okay. Senegal gets 1,300 and something megawatts. Salon, 100. Maybe sometime SLPP go say, no, we don't get 130. I will give them 130. Okay. Now, what do we want to do as a political party is we get for diversify we electricity. What I mean by that is not to thermal based energy, okay, diesel generated type of energy. We get one boat now way there by the coast now, Turkish boat. Now in the supply we. Then at 50 megawatt. Then the other 50 megawatts they come out from Bumbuna. Okay, when a dry season. All right. You know they run a country like that. That's a band-aid solution. So what we go do? We they overhaul them. We they say, okay, we they get thermal. We they create solar energy. Of course, you get for need the money and the infrastructure. Okay? We they do hydro dam. Not only Bumbuna. We don't depend on Bumbuna since 1972. We get other 5 reservoir dams them. We need to look at each district, look at their energy capability and utilize them. So that's where I'm talking about a diversified energy source. Then that approach the way they take. Okay, assess them by district. See if they want to get hydro, okay, they already get a hydro
So,
there.
so
We
what
bill
you
them.
feel say? Whosa you feel say they will get the current government and the past government. Whosa you feel say then go wrong?
In
What in
terms of the energy
yeah.
security,
Mm-hmm.
because number one, they not put a priority on them. Number two, they not diversify them. Number three, they not invest heavily in that. You get for create the infrastructure, Cycle John, for let you able get coverage. You get for increase the megawatts. 100 megawatts now too small. You understand? At least for they talk about now for a start 500 megawatts. Guinea 465. Okay, with it per 100. At least maybe let's start with 300 safe. Okay, so to me, I they assess them by district. Okay, see what's in on a need. If we already get a dam day, would they bill them? Would they bill a dam for on a get and day? If we go to a particular area wherein there is a high solar energy needs, we bill and day.
So
Listen,
how not go able for sustain that? How not
how we
defend
go
that?
sustain that? First
Mm.
of all, like I say, me day one. If the people of this country elect me when I get into office day one, are they assess the entire sovereign resources of this country. See what are we worth as a nation. Look at we investment potential. You understand? Okay, build national cohesion. Okay, give investors and confidence. Sierra Leone is the best country in West Africa to come and make millions of dollars. Come invest. And any investor way card they tell and say, listen, me, what thing our league do for me, create jobs for me people there. Okay? Create jobs. Let the young people and go to work. All right. Salon no Paul. I will tell you that for free. We got everything to be one of the richest country in our sub-region. The problem again, now the question of how we manage resources, and that tie to the quality of a credible and trusted national leadership. That's our problem.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Ba. Fambulem, una we dey listen this na then and now media empire, and then I deal with the presidential candidate for the National Democratic Alliance, we na the NDA. In name na Mr. Mohammed Siba. Okay, I want take you again to something where you be right. I think on the 8th of April, you say meeting a group of tailoring women as young entrepreneurs. I told them that women owners and managers of their own business will be focused when NDA get into governance. So, like, meaning you get something for woman then. So
Yes.
we dey see wetin like okay, we dey see wey right now then they try for help again woman them like for protect girls and then thing dem dey. So wetin are una policies regarding to women's empowerment?
First of all, now we are the first political party where you get running mates. Not to now we begin that day. We always with a woman. Now we are the first political party where we begin identify the potential of women. Now, current and past governments, then they talk about gender bills, women empowerment. Even women conferences themselves when they go make, then they go get 9 men then get 1 woman. Okay. First of all, one of the first thing, if elected, you understand? Not to how many members cabinet, maybe not reach 2, 3 self. At they begin to increase women at cabinet level position. I
Yeah,
will be the
but
first one
Mr.
where
Ba,
you go get more women.
but people and they talk already there is a law already wey give them that 30% quota. So
Yeah.
you want tell me say you dey exceed that or you just the limit to that?
I they exceed that because even the 30% quota, then they do them, then they do them.
So
Then they do them.
una do am now when una been dey appoint una dey give symbols then to various
Yes,
candidates.
yes.
Yeah?
We as the National Democratic Alliance get more women where they run as members of parliament and council than any one of the other political parties. And you go see the list, watch them. Then two traditional party there where they talk about 30%, then get more fewer women them where they give symbol. We give more than them. You understand? So we not to the talk, now the deeds. We will get more women in cabinet position. We will get more women in ministries, departments, and agencies. Because you know what? People for need for understand say no nation will develop without women playing a center role. Women get very good instinct. Women are decision makers. Women are productive. We in the NDA know that and we will promote them.
Okay, Mr. Ba, thank you very much. And then before we finally wrap up, so waiting you dey tell Sierra Leoneans them, even though you don't explain a lot, just in 1 or 2 sentences, convince Sierra Leoneans them that NDA is better than the traditional political parties.
Well, first of all, Psycho John, I want to say thank you for the opportunity you give me for come na your program and talk about the plans and for the people of Sierra Leone. Thank you very much for that opportunity today. What you
Yeah.
me want say to Sierra Leoneans them? The only way we will create a better future for Sierra Leone, we have to be part of that. Me, I don't make all the sacrifices necessary for be here in Sierra Leone, for share my platform to the people of Sierra Leone. One of the first things we me want is we need for think as Sierra Leoneans first before we think about anything. We never used to do that. Now we do that. One of the things what I want to do is to change that so that we will see each other as Sierra Leoneans. Then we begin work how to build the economy. What do we need not to fet. What do we need not to south or not to north? What do we need na opportunity? What do we need na better schools? What do we need na better hospital? Opportunity. Now that future they me I want create for Sierra Leoneans. Thank you very much.
Okay, that was Mr. MC Ba of the National Democratic Alliance. Thank you very much. So hopefully we will invite you maybe before the elections. But thank you so much for the time where you give for honor with invitation. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank
Yeah.
you.